Hi guys, Iron Cameraman here. Yesterday, I gave you a sneak peek at one of Mr. Boom's answers from my interview with him, where he mentioned that the secret agent is always watching and acts when something happens. And you won't believe it, but I stumbled upon a theory from a subscriber that was written before that screenshot came out, and it almost perfectly aligns with an idea I've had for a while, but couldn't quite articulate. Naturally, this inspired me to bring back our favorite segment, Your Theories, where I pick the most interesting ideas from the comments and discuss them with you. Before we dive in, though, a quick note. I think you've probably noticed that the title of this segment hasn't quite matched its content for a while. In fact, the previous theories have been pulled from all sorts of different sources for quite some time. How long, you ask? Well, it's time to fix that. All the theories in today's video are from the comments under the analysis of episode 77, and they're entirely focused on it. I'll show each one, so if you're curious, you can find it yourself. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss your chance to share your own theories. Let's get started. First up, Quality Maker writes, the Astro nickname for TV man Titan, Watchman, literally translates to watching person, or more commonly, guard or sentinel. This hints at why the Astros captured him. They could use his TV to monitor all cameraman broadcasts, making it easier to locate and eliminate both them and their bases. Let's break down this theory. Taking the translation literally isn't the best approach. After all, Watchman of Doom, his full name, has little to do with the Astro TV. Instead, it points to the grim fate promised by Juggernaut, one worse than death, which ultimately caught up with him. Now, like Cameraman Titan before him, he's doomed to fight against his own allies. What makes it even sadder is that he cared about his fellow TV men the most. That's why he charged into battle to save the cameramen, which was a point of contention between him and the TV scientist. Can the Astros even use the TV? If you take a closer look, the Titan doesn't have a single intact part left. They've got the casing of the main TV, but that's it. Could they reverse engineer TV man tech based on what's left? Probably not. Do the Astros have access to TV man technology? Now that's a good question. Take the UFO, for example. It could only keep the portal open temporarily, and the smoke around it wasn't black, but red. The Astros invading the TV man base with bugs also suggest that even while holding the portal, they didn't know where it led on the other side. Lastly, if the Astros had teleportation tech, why are they still relying on hyperjumps? Teleportation is instant, while hyperjumps take time. This suggests that the Astros don't have TV man technology, apart from the device that holds portals open. This means they can't rebuild the TV for surveillance, so they wouldn't be able to repair or use one to spy on the cameraman. What's more, as we've seen when the secret agent interferes, cameraman transmissions can simply be cut off, like Elite TV Man did in episode 74 with his chest camera. So even if the Astros managed to repair the TV, the cameramen could just disable their broadcasts, leaving the Astros in the dark, or worse, feed them false information and lure them into a trap. In short, it's unlikely we'll ever see a scene like the one shown in this theory. Catplay writes, Astro might have planted trackers on all their soldiers so they could trace stolen samples and locate bases. Smiley, that's what I call the grinning TV man, knew about this and deliberately handed a sample to the cameramen as revenge. Let's break this one down. Could the Astro have technically placed trackers on every soldier? Absolutely. For such an advanced civilization, installing simple devices like that wouldn't be a challenge. But did they actually do it? We've seen their technology being used by Skibidis, cameramen and TV men. If the locations of their bases were already known, why hasn't the Astro mothership wiped them out like they did the TV man base? The only logical conclusion is that the Astro don't know the locations of these bases, meaning the trackers were likely only placed on the soldiers sent specifically to the TV man base for its discovery and destruction. Would it even make sense to put trackers on every Astro soldier, especially considering that Big TV Man detected one right away? If so, all samples could simply have their trackers removed before being transported to bases, or worse for the Astro, the trackers could be used against them. Imagine luring the mothership into an ambush, thinking it's heading to a base. As for Smiley, his threat to the cameramen came after. He teleported them the sample. So, did he decide to get revenge first and then come up with a reason for it? It would also be odd for him to knowingly teleport a tracked sample to his own TV man base. And let's not forget, there hasn't been any friendly fire from Smiley. A user with an unpronounceable nickname writes, "Capturing the TV man Titan under Astro control with an upgrade plan is part of the secret agent's strategy. Let's analyze. Why didn't the secret agent intervene during the Astro operation to capture the Titan? He was clearly observing in episode 77, so he wasn't busy with another critical mission. And really, what could be more important than preventing one of the Alliance's 3 strongest warriors from being turned against them? Losing the Titan is much worse than if he had simply died, since now the Alliance has to fight an almost unbeatable enemy. This could indeed point to the secret agent having a plan. The Titan's capture was almost inevitable, so why not turn it to the Alliance's advantage? Direct intervention from the secret agent is rare. The last notable instance was during the Alliance's operation to eliminate the scientist. Any future intervention would require him to reveal himself, which might also expose the Alliance and Skibidis's main secret weapon against the Astro. So far, there's no evidence the Astro know about the secret agent's existence, meaning he still has the element of surprise. He's likely not ready to give that up yet. If the secret agent avoids direct action, whose hands might he use? We've got 3 candidates: the Alliance, G-Man, and the PC-Man, the Alliance. They've already developed weapons against parasites and won't just sit idle while their Titan remains captive. Toilet. As a former Astro commander, he could know the vulnerabilities of the device controlling the Titan, assuming it existed during his time with the Astro. PC-Men. Their most logical ability would be hacking. We've already seen TV Woman intercept control with her TV, the secret agent hijack tech during the scientist operation, and G-Man use a purple energy sphere against Scorpion, as well as a green one against, who would have guessed, the TV man Titan. Quite the coincidence, huh? Furthermore, nothing prevents all these sides from joining forces. G-Man could provide intel on the device's weaknesses, the Alliance could develop a countermeasure, and PC-Man Tech or even the secret agent himself could offer critical support. This scenario aligns perfectly with the Titan's original plan to collect enemy tech samples. This way, he truly would gain it. It even fits episode 77's tagline, "Everything has a price." In this case, Astro technology comes at the cost of temporary control by the enemy. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Hit that like button if you're loving the revamped segment, and drop your theories in the comments. See you next time.